Hey everyone, this is Pete, and welcome back to Atari ST A to Z, a series of short playthroughs of Atari ST games, some which I grew up with and some which are new to me. Today is one of the former. Today we're taking a look at World Games, which was a 1986 release from Epyx, brought to Europe by US Gold. The Atari ST version was developed by Westwood, who had also worked with Epyx on the 16-bit versions of the Temple of Apshai trilogy, as we've previously seen. And Westwood, if you're familiar with them, would also go on to great success with products such as the Eye of the Beholder trilogy, Lands of Lore, and Command & Conquer. Now, unlike previous entries in Epyx's Games series, which followed the format of Summer and Winter Olympics-style competitions, World Games instead takes the form of a world tour, showcasing famous events that are unique to a particular region. Now, this means that the game features events that you'd find in both the Summer and Winter Olympics, such as weightlifting and slalom skiing, as well as some more unusual events such as log rolling, caber toss and barrel jumping. It had a bit of a mixed response on its original release, with some publications confidently declaring it the best of the game series and others believing it to be the worst. Now, either way, it's certainly one of the most interesting and memorable. So let's go play World Games.
Okay, here we are with World Games from Epyx, with the Atari ST version by Westwood. So this was a 1986 release for Atari ST. This is another quite early one that I remember playing quite early on in my time with the Atari ST. It was one of many that my brother reviewed for Page 6 magazine. And so it's one of the Atari ST versions that we've actually got a physical copy of. And I remember spending a bit of time with this and trying to figure it out in some cases, because, as I said in the intro, this is not an Olympic style game. This is a games game from Epyx, in that it's got a series of different events that you can play with multiple people. But while some of them are events that would appear in the Olympics, like weightlifting and slalom, there's other weird stuff in here as well, as you'll see when we get to it. So let's compete in all the events. Enter your name, Pete. And as usual, you can pick your country even, including some that don't exist anymore, like West Germany and the USSR, and the land of Epyx. Let's go for good old Great Britain. And a particularly feeble rendition of the national anthem. Player 2, we won't have a player 2, but as usual, you can play this with up to, I think it's 8 people altogether. You take it in turns. I think there's a couple that you can play simultaneously in this, but as with most of the other previous games, most of them are sort of turn-based, so you take it in turns to set a record or set a time or set a score or something like that. Yes, this is correct. So, the first one is weightlifting. The scene for this event is Russia, home of some of the world's best Olympic lifters. The Soviets have ruled the Iron Games since 1960, when 360-pound Leonid Zabotinsky squashed his competition by hoisting 1,262 pounds in 3 lifts. Weightlifting is more than a test of strength, it is also a sport of strategy and style. The snatch and clean and jerk require timing, skill and determination. Right. So, let's see. After a short loading break, of course. And yes, I'm running this from a pirate copy, because this is one of the few games that Atari Mania seems to lack images of the original discs for. I've got some original discs, but as usual, I'm recording from emulation just to be make it a little bit easier to video capture and to get some slightly better quality images. Anyway, press the button to continue. Or shall we just enjoy the Russian music for a little while? Lovely stuff. Alright, let's go. Snatch number 1. Please select weight. Let's start with 75 kilograms because I can't quite remember how to do this. But let's give it a go. Begin lift. So take a breath. Go down to pick it up. Up to pick it up. Oops. Messed that up. Right, try again. Down to pick it up. Up to pick it up. Down to snatch it above your head. Then up to lift it. Hold it until you get a white light. and you're done. So basically, this gets harder by sort of requiring more precise timing, I believe. Let's bump up the weight a bit. Let's see what this does. And oh no. Well, I cocked that right up, didn't I? Okay. So the clean jerk is a slightly different movement. So you go down, then you go up, then you go down, then you go up. Oh, I forgot the last bit. Which is you go down again. Right, try again. So down, up, down, up, down. There we go. And hold it. Oh no. Didn't hold it for long enough. Let's reduce the weight a little bit. Back to 75. Alright. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. What am I doing wrong? I don't know. Either way, apparently I can't do that. But I got gold, as usual, because I'm the only contestant. Enjoy the terrible rendition of God Save the Queen. Right, cliff diving. We should get one of those little travelogues in a moment to tell us a little bit about the sport and where it takes place. After some flickery screen unpacking, courtesy of automation. I promise there's no subliminal messages in there. I don't think. Oh, no travelogue. Okay. Alright, select level. So you can choose where on the cliff you want to dive from. So either down here or all the way to the top. Then you hit fire to start. You press your button to jump. You push up to arch your back, and that will cause you to float outwards. And then you want to push down to dive, and then left to swim up, like that. That was a score of 56. So I believe the further away from the cliff you get during your dive, and obviously as long as you get a nice clean landing, so float away. I haven't got very much wind this time. That wasn't very good. Oh no, apparently it was. Okay, it's the closer to the cliff you are. So the more death-defying you are, basically. Alright, let's do it. Hup. $76. I'll take it. Alright, next up is barrel jumping. Doesn't seem like it's going to give us the travelogue for some reason. It's supposed to give you one of those before every event. But I don't know why it's not. But yeah, anyway, barrel jumping is in, I think it's either Germany or Austria. And it's a winter sport of sorts. So first attempt. Let's take it easy. Let's try 5 first of all. So you begin with a bit of rhythmic skating, a bit like in the speed skating event in Winter Games. And then you jump. And you land. Oh, whoops. Apparently you have to remember to land properly before his face turns blue. Alright, let's try that again. I can do a few more then. Let's try 10. This could be troublesome. He's not sure about this. Right, again, get some speed with a bit of rhythmic tapping of left and right on the controller. And jump! And legs down. There we go. Beautifully done. Alright, let's increase that to... let's try 13. Again, he's not sure. But sure, he's going to go for it. Keep that speed up, good sir. Leap! And down. Lovely. And that's that event. Right, on to Texas and bull riding. Now, I can never get my head around this as a kid. Largely because I don't think I ever read the manual as a kid, but I have read the manual now, and I think I understand what you're supposed to do. Let's see if it actually works. I remember always liking the music for this one. Right, so first thing you do is you pick a bull. So you go from Ferdinand all the way up to Earthquake. Earthquake is the hardest, Ferdinand is the easiest. So let's stick with Ferdinand to begin with. So you press fire when you're ready. And you push in the direction the bull's moving when he is bucking like that. You push down when he's spinning like this. And you've got to try and last on there for 8 seconds, I believe. There we go. Not bad at all. So we've got a score of 55 there because Ferdinand is quite easy to stay on. So let's try Elmer. Alright, so holding right while he's bucking, pull down while he's spinning around. Back to down again. Oh no, wrong way. Oh no, I made it. I pushed the wrong direction just as the time ran out. Okay, score of 73. Let's try Bob then. See, Bob's moving a little bit faster. Whoops! So you have less time to respond to his various movements. And then your best score is taken as your final result. Next up, log rolling. I really don't get this one, even after reading the manual. But let's see. This is the representative event for Canada, of course. As you know what those Canadians are like with their log rolling. Every weekend, a whole family drives down to the lake and just rolls logs. Please insert Well Games Disc B. I believe the version I'm using has Disc B compressed into this already. So he's hoping so, because I don't have a Disc B. This could be a problem. I'll be right back. Right, problem solved. I found a different disc image, which does appear to be an image of the original game on one disc, which is nice. Anyway, log rolling brings us a visit to Canada, where two lumberjacks try to dislodge each other from a large floating log, spinning it back and forth until one contestant plunges into the icy river. Log rolling began in Canadian lumber camps around 1840 and requires great balance and agility. The novice lumberjack always gets one piece of advice: never take your eyes off your opponent's feet. Alright, let's give it a go. after a load break. Of course, since we're now using an original disk, it's not decompressing, so we should be free of the flickering screen, but it appears we have slightly longer load times. Right. Now, I'm really not sure how to do this properly. But let's enjoy the music first. Right, so it's something to do with moving the joystick one way or the other according to the balance meter at the bottom of the screen. And I've fallen in. Yes, 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 very good. Right, try again. So, if you push right when you're overbalancing to the right, then you will keep your balance. Oh, I've done it again. You're supposed to sort of move back and forth on the joystick according to the movement of your feet. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Even after reading the manual and reading some tips online, I still don't get that. We'll come back to that and have another go, because it's just kind of... It's just going to move us on to the next one of the competition now. But we'll have another try at that in a moment. See if we can actually figure it out. Alright, next is Slalom Skiing. This is fairly straightforward. One of the more straightforward events in here, in that it's one that you'd see in the Winter Olympics. So it's just a case of skiing down the hill, skiing through the gates, not hitting things. We're going to get a travelogue. No? I guess not. I guess we only get the travelogue for the first event you do, even on the actual official version. Right, let's have a go. And ski. So left and right to steer. Hold down the fire button to slow down a bit and turn more tightly. Whoops, missed. But also bear in mind, if you're trying to ski sideways across the mountain, then you're going to have some trouble. Missed. Oh god. Oh god. This one's fairly straightforward, he says. Okay, fire button actually speeds you up. My mistake. So you actually want to hold that down a lot of the time and let go to turn through the more tight corners. Disqualified! Well, that was terrible, wasn't it? Let's try it again. This is more straightforward. Right, off we go. Hold down fire. There we go. I so did not miss that. I missed that one though. Oh! Oh dear. No medal for me. Next up, off to Bonnie, Scotland. For the caber toss. We'll have another go at the slalom in a minute as well. And then the beautiful sound of the bagpipes, as rendered by the Atari ST Sound chip. Sound chip? Sound chip. Right. So, this is another one. Oops. Okay, apparently you don't press the fire button to start this one. Let's try that again. You just start waggling, and then you chuck it. "24 feet. Alright, so run. Again, it's more a sort of rhythmic running than high-speed waggling in this one. Then you hold down the fire button and let it fly! See, that one's pretty straightforward. New world record. I beat the previous record holder of this disc. Which is nice. Alright, what is next? Sumo Wrestling. This is the final event, as I recall. And this is an event that's kind of implemented similarly to some early fighting games, in that it's not necessarily about reducing your opponent's stamina or a health bar or anything like that. It is about getting them out of the ring, though. Right, let's do this. Oh. I messed that right up, didn't I? Good. Well, that was eventful, wasn't it? I still got a gold medal, though. Alright, there's another one to revisit. Final standings. Who could have won? Who could have won this intense competition? Alright, good. So we're now going to use the practice mode, where you can basically play one event as many times as you want in order to try and get the hang of it. Once we load back to the main menu. Alright, practice one event. Log rolling. So, like I say, the way this is supposed to work is it's another one where you're supposed to sort of rhythmically move the joystick back and forth. But you're also supposed to try and keep your balance in various ways as well. And you can press the fire button to sort of slow the log down and reverse its direction. But it just seems near impossible to do anything, because the computer is also doing stuff that opposes you. But, well, we'll give it another go and see if we can figure it out once and for all. Right, press your button. Waggle, 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 waggle. So if you push in the direction of where the balance meter is leaning. It did better that time. It lasted for a whole 9 seconds. Alright, try again. So, waggle, waggle, waggle. Keep balance. Reverse the log. Reverse the log. Pushing left. No, I fell off. I don't understand. I just don't understand. Right. No. It didn't even move. Didn't even move. I got 17 points for that, though. Right, let's do this. Right, I think what you have to do is, depending on the direction the log's going, if you start to overbalance, in one direction you have to waggle, and in the other direction you have to just push that direction. So in this case, if our balance meter goes to the left, then we have to waggle, but if it goes to the right, then we have to just push right until the log changes direction. Okay, I lasted a lot longer. I didn't get the computer off, so to speak. But we lasted 37 seconds that time. 0 points. Good. Again. No. No. Right, press fire to reverse the direction of the log. Do you have to hold the button to do that? Doesn't seem to be doing anything. No! Well, we're getting somewhere. Right, waggly, 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 waggly. Press fire. Press fire. Nope. I waggled too much before the log stopped. Waggle, waggle, waggle. Hold. Hold it steady. Hold it steady. And reverse. Nope. Oh, it doesn't make sense. Alright, this time. I got this. I got this. I got you, computer. I have you now. Keep that balance. It's starting to stop. So I would assume this means... Nope. He stopped it and then he kept it going the same direction. So the balance meter still went the same thing. I really want to knock that smug bastard off. Right, waggle. Waggle it. Waggle it. Balance it. Waggle it. Bop it. Push it. Pull it. Twist it. We are affecting his balance bar somewhat. I just don't know how to push it further is the thing. Because we always seem to sort of be playing catch-up more than anything. So like, I feel like I'm responding to what he's doing rather than actually being able to do something myself. He's got to mess up at some point, hasn't he? And change! No! Oh. I'm not certain I understand what pressing the fire button does. It's supposed to slow the log down and reverse its direction, I think, which is sort of the main strategy you use to actually knock them off. So if I press fire now, I fall off. Perfect. Again. Nope. Alright, balance. Balance. Waggle. Balance. Waggle. Reverse. Balance. Balance. Nope. I don't get it. I don't get it. Zero points. Alright, balance. Balance. Move the lock. No. Oh! I won. I don't know how, but I won. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. I don't know. I wish I could tell you how I did that or how you play that event, but I don't understand. Anyway, let's do another slalom. Because I feel like we can do better in this one. Practice the slalom. Chamonix, France is the setting for this event. I don't know if I pronounced that correct, but that's what I'm going with. Where the first Winter Olympics took place in 1924. Slalom ski racing dates from the earliest days of skiing in Norway, and modern slalom racing almost certainly evolved from original Nordic obstacle races. Slalom courses are designed as a test of reflexes, agility, precision, and control. Of course, speed is vital, but it rarely exceeds 25 miles per hour. Right. More haste, less speed, I guess. Or just don't fall over. Because I think you can miss gates on the way down. You just get time penalties for those. Is if you just crash into something and fall over that you get disqualified. Come on, when you're ready. Right. Let's do this. Oop. Oh no, that's not going to work, is it? Rubbish. Absolute rubbish. Try again. I suspect learning the course will probably stand you in good stead on this one. Okay. No. Oh god, they're so hard to read. Because they're so close together. It's actually quite hard to sort of determine what it is you're supposed to do. Right, through them. Through them. Through them. Through them. Come on. Come on, you can do it. You can do it, little skier. Alright, forget that one. Forget that one as well. And that one. Oh! Yeah, saw that one, and that one. Got that one. Forget that one. No one needs that one. Or that one. Or that one. There we go. Now we're doing it. Oh, I've fallen over. I sort of understand why they made some of these events so difficult. It's because they wanted to make sure that the game had some longevity about it. Because if they made the events too easy, people would play this game once and then never come back to it. But at the same time, I can't help just feel that they could have made it a little bit easier. A little bit easier to actually finish the course. Part of the trouble is it's quite difficult to see what's coming next. You can't see very far ahead of yourself. And when you've got those gates that are placed vertically, you need to know that in advance, really. I did not miss those. I guess I went through them the wrong way. Or something. Yeah, you have to go through them a specific way. When they're vertical, that is. I'm not dead yet, though. Oh, I can't... I can't read the course when it gets... when they're stacked so tightly close together like that. It feels almost like the controls aren't quite responsive enough to be able to do that, even. I wonder if you're just supposed to try and be more selective with your with the gates you pick and choose to go through. But I would have thought you're supposed to try and go through all of them. Nope. Where we're going, we don't need gates. Oh god, I wasn't even... I was just trying to ski down the hill then and not really pay too much attention to the gates, but I still crashed. Let's just see if we can get to the bottom, like, and pretty much forget the gates as much as possible. Just ignore them. Let's just have a nice happy skiing time. I'll go through a couple, sure. All will crash. Also good. Can't even get down the bloody mountain. Alright, settle that and that. Oh no, no. Oh, I can't do it. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Right, this time's the one. I'm gonna just ski. Honestly, if you're playing this game multiplayer, this is probably your best approach. Just survive, and if you set a time, regardless of how shit it is, you will get the gold medal. There we go. Missed 24 gates. I think I'm done with that. So next we'll have another go at Sumo. Which, like I say, is implemented a bit like an old fighting game. In that different directions... Excuse the noise outside. It's a lovely summer's day, so apparently someone is... I don't know what they're doing. Something with machinery. So I can only apologise for that noise if you can hear it. If you can't hear it, it doesn't matter. I can hear it. Right, let's do this. So they do the whatever that's called. And then you basically push different directions and try and grab your opponent with the fire button. So I got pushed out of the ring there. So I was trying to give him a good slapping there by pushing right on the joystick, but then he threw me. Again. Right, and go, 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 go. Grab him, grab him, throw him, grab him, throw him, grab him, throw him, trip him, throw him, grab him, throw him. Nope. Got a lot more points that time, though. I guess you're supposed to try and do stuff that sort of counters whatever your opponent's doing. Right, pick him up, chuck him, pick him up and... No. Slap him, grab him, throw him, grab him, throw him, push him, no. I guess I'm being too aggressive, but I don't really know how to not be aggressive. So, slap him, grab him, throw him, grab him, pull him, push him, Oh, I won. Somehow. I'll take it. I'll take it. So we've now completed every event at least once. I think that's probably a good place to leave it, given the various various technical issues we've had today. But anyway, yes, that was World Games from Epyx. It's an unusual game, and you can probably see why it's quite a divisive installment in the game series. Because a lot of people think this is the best games game from Epyx, and there's a lot of people think it's the worst games game by Epyx as well. I certainly think it's one of the most interesting ones in terms of the selection of events. There's just stuff here that you don't see adapted in other sports games. And that makes it a really cool, really interesting game that I've always had a bit of a soft spot for. But anyway, we'll leave that there for today. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.